Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for a very special exercise that I have been using and working with Archangel Muriel and the angels in my daily practice, where I focus on the divine masculine and feminine energies of my soul coming into alignment with each other and finding balance and harmony. So I wanted to just walk you through this, as it has been very helpful to me. And Archangel Muriel is the archangel of harmony, compassion, and unconditional love. And, he works with our intuition. And sometimes we can really feel um, very sensitive and sort of off our game, where we can just really feel like we're sort of our energy is getting a bit sluggish. Maybe you might feel like cognitively you're not just sort of on point as usual. Um, there could be I want to say an exaggeration or an amplification of stress. You might feel ungrounded. You might feel just some of these things. Some more things might come to me, but um, it just when I do it, one of the things I feel is like a boost in my energy, and also it feels like your vibration just sort of rises, okay, and is like you're on a totally different bandwidth, and things just sort of feel more harmonious, and especially um, in terms of intuition as well. So another thing is that you might start to feel like, and we're seeing this collectively, like we don't trust each other and we don't believe in each other anymore. And the whole thing about this is about oneness, it's sort of a way to return to oneness. And um, and what happens is, and we don't trust each other, we don't believe in each other, we don't believe in the light within each one of us. We're One aspect of us is so focused on the fear, the ego's illusions of fear, that we lose sight of the light or sense of that light within all of us. There's good in each and every one of us. And when we stop believing in that good, we are compromising our ability to tune in to oneness. We're compromising our ability to experience peace. So it's really important that at these times that we're in, that we do not give in to our fears, that we do not give in to suspicion and conspiracy everywhere we look. Now, I want to try to explain this and as very quickly as I can, but another reason, some months ago, I saw a vision of what represented divine masculine and a divine feminine, and they were really out of balance. The divine feminine appeared like a silhouette of a woman, very strong, sitting sort of in a Wonder Woman pose with her hands, on her hips, but seated in a lotus position. She was very strong and powerful. And, she just appeared as this starry, dark mother. And the divine masculine, the conscious self, so the unconscious, conscious self, and all those attributes or characteristics or um, language that we apply to these two energies. He was an old man. Now they both had sort of like a crown of like rays of light, right? Um, but he was frail, uh, and and sort of, yeah, frail and bent over, and you get depleted in energy. And what this means to me is, and they weren't separate, like they appeared separate, but they actually are one, because she seems to be a bit larger, and he fits sort of like inside of her. um if you can understand what I mean. So but he sits right in front of her. It's almost as if they sit together in the lotus position, he within her legs and within her body. But he's the consciousness that pierces um, outside of the unconscious, has the ability to, although they're connected, but at the same time out, um, to stand out from the subconscious or the divine feminine. And this is where I started to explore, bringing them into balance or alignment, or the harmonious alignment of oneness. So, and when I did this is when I started to feel this sort of, boost of energy, and felt the different, my physical body, emotional, because I'm going to go through calling the divine feminine and masculine, and then the divine masculine and feminine principles within the physical body, asking that all physical, not only just for your physical body, but the physical realm. When I say physical body, I mean your physical, your body, but also every um, part of your physical reality. All those principles come into balance, and then your emotional body, the divine masculine principles of your emotional body come into balance, and the mental, and then the spiritual. And that's the whole gist of this exercise, is to help. And for each of you, I mean, I know what it does for me. I feel a strengthening, but you might have a different experience. And I'd be very curious to hear what your experience was like for you. And I would recommend doing it daily, or at any time you feel, because it raises your frequency. So when you feel depleted, you'll feel like, okay, I need to do this again. But at some point, like, it can sustain for a couple of days or longer, the more that you have this awareness. But I'm always guided when I need it, to do it. I check in and ask to see if these energies are balanced. So I may say balance, but I'll be asking for the harmonious alignment of oneness between the two aspects of yourself, conscious and consciousness. And I just think that one of the things about it is that we are the divine masculine represent the intellect, and represent so many things, goal, ambition. And I think that we are just not, we're putting all the emphasis there, and not, and that, of course, that's not most of us here, but we're ignoring the spiritual, the soul. We're ignoring just the quiet within the, if you think about music, or there there's sound and silence that makes up music throughout every composition. Even if it's even if you are constantly hearing from beginning to the end, well, before and after there's silence, in cadences internally, within each line of music, there is a point of silence where we take a breath or there's space. So, although you might overall hear music continuously moving, but the internal lines of the music are also breathing. And so, like in our world that has many layers to it in terms of sound and voice, I mean, just go out in any city like New York and you just hear all this sound. But you are an instrument within a sea of instruments, and you have to be aware of when it's your turn to, when you need to take in that silence or that reflection or that listening, observing, in order to really find clarity and direction. Okay, so I'll just say, count that as enough said for right now. And let's just go ahead and begin. So I usually go through tuning into my I am present, and you know, my team and the Father, Mother, God, and a few other things. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all of those things, but if I'm led to, then we'll do it. But I just want to ground and get settled in first. So just make sure right now that you are sitting and that your feet are on the floor, and just place your attention to the energy beneath your feet. And just allow yourself to feel like a tree, and that the sole of your feet, their roots that are just branching out and digging deep into the soil of the earth, and just rapidly growing deeper and expanding wide into the core of the earth. All the way down to the magnetic core of the earth. And if there are any fears that are coming up for you, and that are aspects of your life where you're feeling a lack of courage, just see those things and breathe them down through your body and down into through those roots. And let the earth receive them as seeds that are to be nurtured, healed, and transformed into powerful solutions, ideas, dreams, and opportunities. Just have compassion for the way you feel. Have compassion for that those feelings are evolving into something that will be healing for you. And that in due season you will have transformed and developed a appreciation for the clarity that these feelings have, although opposing, have presented and placed on the table. And then place your attention on your heart chakra. And as you do, feel it expand wide, this beautiful white, pale, pink energy with gold spiraling through the center. And the golden energy brings a sense of peace that now envelops you. And we're going to call up a stargate that I've been working with. And this stargate is called the Stargate of Clara. So I'm going to invoke it for you, and you can invoke it on your behalf. And this stargate actually is over Hiroshima, Japan. And it was an energy created out of the situation that, the horrific situations that happened those decades ago. The universe has been creating some kind of healing vacuum or opening. And it is now accessible to all of us to tap into, to help us to, it's like a library of information there that has there to help us to learn from some of the horrific things that humanity has created, imposed. And it comes now at this critical time in our ascension process. And now ask that it be open to you. And then feel yourself move into the center of this stargate. And for some of you, a 8-pointed star, an octahedron, and it's the star of love, unconditional love, and abundance, often associated with the goddess Lakshmi. And we're now asking that this star be placed over you. And they wrote stardust, so it's as if the stardust will flow, like stardust will flow into your 12 fifth dimensional chakras, starting with your stellar gateway. And each chakra will be activated with love and abundance. And feel as it just moves down into your soul star chakra and your causal chakra, all three above your crown chakra. And then it moves down into your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your navel chakra, your sacral chakra, your base chakra, and your earth star chakra. And just allowing this light to pour down into hollow earth and into the magnetic core of planet Earth. And feel it expanding to envelop the entire planet and every creature, great and small. And flowing, permeating the atmosphere and the surrounding magnetic field of our planet. Bringing it into the harmonious alignment of oneness. And now we tune in and invoke our I Am presence by just mentally saying, I am my I Am presence. I am one with my body elemental or Master Deva. I am one with my ascension team of light and unconditional love. I am one with the I Am presence of our Father, Mother, God. And I am one with the Supreme One of Oneness. And just take a deep breath and release. And now I ask you to invoke your divine masculine to come into the harmonious alignment of oneness with your divine feminine. And just take a moment to breathe and allow these energies to balance. Feel wholeness within every facet of your being. And in oneness, feel connections being refortified with golden light, feeling a healthy connection to every being, into every relationship of circumstances in your life. Feel the balance of power being restored and your energy revitalized and strong and confident. And feel the overwhelming love for all and your trust and faith in each and every one of our members of the human family. And now we invoke on behalf of your physical body the divine masculine principles of your physical body come into the harmonious alignment of oneness with your divine feminine principles of your physical body. And feel this same balance of power take effect throughout all aspects of your physical life, as well as your health and well-being of your physical body. Feel this energy flowing through your cells, reconciling all divine masculine and feminine principles throughout your cells, your organs, and every system of the body, the bones, etc. And now we invoke on behalf of your emotional body that the divine masculine principles of your emotional body come into the harmonious alignment of oneness with your divine feminine principles of your emotional body. And feel this shift of oneness and healing within your emotional center. Allowing forgiveness and freedom and clarity, compassion, and having a renewed sense of the world and trust and faith in one another. And now we invoke the divine, we invoke the mental body, and we ask that the divine masculine principles of your mental body come into the harmonious alignment of oneness with your divine feminine principles of your mental body. And feel the clarity and stimulation of your intellect and the openness to all perspectives. Peace of mind. And a pursuit of the truth. fairness and justice. And now we invoke your spiritual body. And we ask that the divine masculine principles of your physical body come into the harmonious alignment of oneness with your divine feminine principles of your spiritual body. And now you have a sense of purpose and a renewed belief and understanding and awareness, hope of the bigger picture, the ascension process, and all of your spiritual goals, spiritual contracts, a sense of freedom from illusions, and an overwhelming sense of vision and clarity. And trust. And so it is. Thank you for the time that you have given to this. And it doesn't have to be as long as this. You can go fast. As you get used to it, you can go faster and just mentally invoke it, and it will rapidly happen. So just leave me comments about what you experience and how, and come back here as often as you need and let me know how what's unfolding for you. Have a beautiful day at whatever time that you're receiving this, or evening, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye bye.